What's going on, Virgo? Welcome to your May creative forecast. Yeah. I don't even know. It's fine. It's all right. So this month we have a ton of amazing things happening, astrologically speaking, which it just gives us a way to surf the energy differently, which is very exciting, and I'm very thrilled for. It's a great time to go within, and also to go within to integrate lessons and move them outside of us, right? In terms of concrete things in the world. So on the 16th we have both a full moon in Scorpio, and it kind of kicks off retrograde season for Mercury retrograde, and in addition to that, we also have there's a lot of Mars energy active this month as well. And last month, so the very end of the month, we had the new moon in Taurus on the 29th, which you could probably still be feeling a couple days into this month. I know I certainly am. And then on the 29th of April, we also had Pluto retrograde kickoff. So this is a lot of, I don't know why I'm thinking football, but I'm more hockey than I am football. But I mean, I'm sports in general, but like, you get the gist. I have to get my Canadian quota in somehow. No, I'm kidding. My favorite team is the Colorado Avalanche, though, so I don't know how that works. I'm from Toronto, so like by default, but yes. But anyways, so Virgo, we're going to dive right in here. So I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe and brave space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Okay, so we're going to jump in here and take from the Journey of Love Oracle. Spirit, can I get some messages for my wonderful Virgo, Team Virgo, please? And thank you for this May creative forecast. Whoa, we had a flipper. Guardian of the Soul Family. Ooh, I'm getting this vision of you. Ooh, I got chills on this one, Virgo. This image of I'm seeing this as an Ace of Pentacles, but as you stepping into your power in a way that allows for you to, it's almost like you're finding that whatever's happening is helping you to find your soul family, because I feel like you maybe weren't on that path. You weren't on that track necessarily. Spirit, what messages can I get for Virgo, please? Fire and ice. Yeah, I feel like this was, I don't know why I'm getting this as a message about how you felt about, like, there was ambivalence, like it was either this intense ice feeling, cold, frozen, or this fire, like it was the way that you were clashing with someone, Virgo. I don't know why this is coming through that way. It's like you were hot and cold, you weren't sure, there was like toe dipping in and out, but it could also just be the way that this pentacle energy, something about your valuing, something that you're valuing clashed with somebody else's energies, not because there's any real conflict. It's just because of who you both are. Interesting. Virgo, what's going on here? I feel like you're stepping into something wonderful, but this is kind of the story of where we've been. The temple. Yeah, I think the challenge is that you really need to go within right now. You need to go within, you need to listen, and you need to hear not just what Spirit's telling you, but what you want to share with Spirit. Interesting. There's like a conversation, there's energy being exchanged. The light field. Oh man, I'm reading this to you for sure. Oh my gosh. Especially in the context of Guardian of the Soul Family. There's something here, Virgo. Obviously. 63. Let's see what I got here. The light field. You are very open to the other side. The veil that separates the worlds is very fine for you, and there is much love. For there is much love in your heart, and love exists beyond all barriers, including those of time, distance, and even death. If you wish to communicate with those that have passed on, do so through your heart. If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved, even though you are separated in physical location, then you can do so now. If your psychic abilities are opening and you need confirmation or reassurance, accept this message of guidance as being such. Those who have passed can be received fully and peacefully into the light, and your love guides them home. The messages that you sense in your own heart that come from the unconditional love that can uplift and reassure can be trusted. The light is so close to you, beloved. It surrounds you as you glow from within. I'm feeling goosebumps and like something on my right shoulder, the back of my right shoulder. Interesting. Um, this oracle brings you guidance that you are connecting with a field of awareness that is real and that you are protected by a light as you do so. It is confirming that there is nothing for you. There's nothing for you to fear, and that those that have passed on or will pass on in future will always be safely held in love. It is also confirmation that there are very real bonds that connect you to your loved ones, past, present, and future, that are beyond the confines of time and space. Wow. There's a poem in each oracle reading and oracle deck card, and I'm going to read it to you because it's quite lovely. When I'm in love, I am not afraid to be. Any part of me, I let it all be free for the world to know. And when I'm ready to love, I will create a reflection of who I am, and we will shed our fears, complete our past, and trust love to be our guide. Wow. I'm feeling this like safely held in love. But there's a lot about mediumship here, and this field of awareness. So it's like you're becoming aware of a field, the field. There's something about fielding. Like, I don't know if you were fielding different requests or things about love or something related to loved ones. This could be you, very well, Virgo. This could be you connecting with the guardian of your soul family, right? And I think this is like when you go within into this temple, meaning meditation. To me, this is accessible through meditation, breath work, getting into a flow state, anything that brings you into a place of the present moment awareness that makes it impossible for you to, it's like you forget time exists, right? The temple. But I get that this was the conflict for me. I think this is the challenge, is the fire and ice. There's something that you were ambivalent about. There's something you are ambivalent about, or there's some way that you're in a state of ambivalence and indecision. Virgo, I think that there's just something that was... I think you have to bow down to these two parts of you inside you too, because we can't see conflict in the world that doesn't also exist within us. I don't know where that came. Interesting. Okay. Maybe that's relevant for you, Virgo. We can't see conflict outside of us that is not also existing within us, either going unaddressed, or there's some way that we're not paying attention to or heeding what conflict is here to teach us. So it's like this ambivalence can't exist in the world because it also exists within us. So guardian of the soul family, spirit, can you please clarify this for me? I'm really getting like a lot of pentacle energy on this, and like there's something about for you, Virgo, like spiritual work. King of Cups. I'm hearing Piscean energy. It could be that this, like, there's something about emotional, I just felt like emotional illusion, like something being out of your depth, not out of your depth, Virgo, out of your reach. Like there was something you were reaching for emotionally, but you couldn't quite get it. And you were trying to go about it in this like ambitious swords way, which is great. But there's something about that it needed more cup than sword in order to continue on. Virgo, I don't know where this is all coming from. Sorry, I just hit the microphone here. In order for it to become something that you wanted. But I think that this is you seeing clear. This is clarity after, I think, ambivalence and like not really knowing, right? Two opposing things. This is like the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. So there's something about the clarity that you're getting. The skies are clearing. The skies are clearing, Virgo. I just heard Coldplay, the song Yellow, that line, look at the stars, look how they shine for you. and all the things you do. I think this is about, see the stars in behind here. It's almost like you're finding something that, like you're seeing yourself reflected in the skyscape, starscape. I'm hearing the song Bob Cajun by Tragically Hip, because of course we're talking about Canadian quotas, right? The Tragically Hip have a song called Bob Cajun, and in it talks about, I saw the constellations. And it's almost like there's this moment that takes your breath away. I've been to Bob Cajun. I was in high school. I was friends with someone who had a cottage up there, and we went up there, and I can tell you it is intense. Like, you have not seen skies like that. I mean, perhaps if you're up near Huntsville or Algonquin Park, away from light pollution and all of that, but damn. There's something about having your, just like this clearing, this like space clearing within you. Like, conflict is clearing. Not only are things becoming clear in terms of a path to take and what to do next, Virgo, I'm almost getting that there's a way that there's like this shine, like you're seeing yourself reflected in something, and there's a sense of awe that it's leaving you with, and rightly so. And rightly so. Now, if we're talking in 5D terms, what could be happening here? So I often perceive readings in 5D and 3D terms. And the 5D term here is more astrally pulled back. And so the 5D thing that could be happening here that's helping you with this process, or that's part of this process for you, Virgo 1212 on the time, is that this is, you're meeting the guardian of your soul family. You're meeting a guardian. Energetically, and it could be a water sign. It's helping you move through this potential lack mindsets, feeling like FOMO, missing out on something, like there's like a way that you're feeling left out, and it's helping you to move through these things. Now, 3D wise, there could be things that you're feeling left out in the cold about, but I also feel like there's whoa, that was not even a shuffle. I feel like this is being led by hot emotions and needing to be guided by the cool decision-making powers of your mind, as opposed to heart. That's strange. So I'll tell you what I'm getting here. So this fire and ice thing is coming through because I'm perceiving these two energies, cups and swords, as variations of fire and ice. The Knight of Swords is coming through as ice, and then the King of Cups is coming through as fire. Like, this is connecting you to something passionate, but then there's a way that you, I'm hearing sidestepped and then went into this ice energy. So it's like this energy is coming together within you as well. Within you as well. Queen of Cups. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like I'm hearing all work and no play. And not like, I think that what I'm getting from this, Virgo, is more so that this is more so the energy of instead of all work and no play, as in like this is a style. This was more so like you're on the path, and so many things have been coming at you that this is how you felt. Is like it's just one thing after another, after another, after another, and you haven't really had a chance to breathe. But I also feel like you haven't given yourself that, Virgo. I feel like you haven't been giving yourself that. And the Queen of Cups on fire and ice is like this beautiful emotional embrace that you have to take, right? You have to accept it. Like this, I feel like this is like a subtle offering, almost like holding out the cups, almost like a chalice at this point. Like if not, like reminds me of like a the AHL and OHL have their own trophies, similar to the Stanley Cup, but for their divisions and leagues. And it's almost like this is like that kind of win being handed to you. Like you're now being the cup is being passed, the chalice is being passed, the torch is being passed, and I feel like you have a choice as to whether or not to take it. But maybe that's not the thing. The thing is not the choice. The thing is that the choice is available to you, and that you have to recognize that there's something important to do with what you've been manifesting in that. There's something important that you've been manifesting in that energy and of that. King of Pentacles. So Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Oh, and the Ace of Cups on the bottom. Oh, with the 4 of Wands and the wheel. Dang. I think the wheel of fate turned. I think that's what this is the wheel of fate turned. But what you don't see, I'm surprised there's like moon energy, but this is also kind of like a don't see. This is what you're not seeing. All the stuff around here that isn't in the picture right now. Like, for example, I often think of this in connection to the 4 of Swords, where I see the 4 of Swords as the rest, and it's on the inside of a church almost, right? Let me see if I can find this here. If it's close, I will absolutely love that. But oh, there we go. I almost see this as like being the inside of the church, right? That the 5 of Pentacles is the outside of. So it's like you're so close. You're resting. Like that's the message I get on the 5 of Pentacles here for you, Virgo, is that you're resting. Right? You're getting some rest in, but I feel like the wheel turned. You put so much work into something, and it wasn't for naught. It was for something or someone else. Yeah, like the King and Queen of Cups. I read it initially as like, I was like, is that counterpart energy? I was wondering as I was looking at it. And then I thought, no, it's not. And I see why. There's a King of Pentacles here and a Queen of Cups. It's just something shifted and the wheel turned. And you can't look at it from the view of like, what did I lose now? Because the 10 of Pentacles is, these two cards are wish fulfillment in a way, wish fulfillment and long-term investment. So I think that there's something that shifted and you're at like Pentacle 1 or 2 of a 10 of Pentacles situation that's unfolding in your life right now. And you're in, like you will get where you are in this 9 of Cups energy. And I think you just have to believe that there's a bridge between these two energies that makes them accessible to you. And the only thing separating this 9 of Cups from a 10 of Cups is an Ace of Cups. So it's like this gifts from the universe that's coming in right now. And I think you have to pay very, very, very close attention, Virgo. You have to pay close attention because what's coming in is something that's here for the long haul. So this is very committed contractual energy. This could be soul contract specific to the wheel here. This is Jupiter and more Pisces energy. I kept hearing Pisces here, but this is also Jupiter and Pisces energy and Sag energy. So like, there's ways that like something is shifted and changed and like that's okay, but you have to be okay with that too. You have to get okay with that. But I feel like this King of Cups energy is, I don't know if this is necessarily you or not. Maybe I feel like you're maybe, yeah, no, this is totally clear. You're the Queen of Cups and I feel like you're meeting your King of Pentacles. Queen of Cups and you're meeting your 10 of Pentacles or King of Pentacles, meeting your 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. 10 of Pentacles in a King of Pentacles maybe. So it could be, you could have quite loud water in your chart somewhere. And this is less Earth, your sign. This is maybe more someone who has very prominent Earth placements in their chart. I recently learned, I did not know this at all, which makes me laugh a little bit, only because I was just like, oh, that contextualizes quite a few things, intuitively speaking. I didn't realize that Jupiter placements are a marker of husband energy for women, and that Venus energy is a marker of wife energy for men. So I think for non-binary folks and those who find themselves in between neither and or in that energy of gender, you could probably look at both and get an idea. And it's just this sort of receptivity and giving energy and the balance of that, right? So looking at those two parts, I had no idea. I was looking at it and I thought, when I read that, I was like, oh, okay. That's super interesting. So I'm almost getting here that this is like, because Jupiter is here. So that's where Jupiter, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Whoa. Like you're bringing in, I'm hearing love of a lifetime. Like there's something like lifetime in this. So it could be love of a lifetime. It could be experience of a lifetime. It could be something along those lines. But what I'm getting here, Virgo, is that there's something that is coming because of what wasn't. The things that are not, like what is possible because of what wasn't. What couldn't be, what didn't come about, right? All of those things give us so many gifts, and we first have to grieve those things, right? So be in your King of Cups energy if you need to. Be in that energy. Be in your Queen of Cups energy. Do not go into the reversals of those cards because it will only stop the progress that's unfolding, right? This Ace of Pentacles is like 5D seeds being planted that you can't see, but the wheel is turning. Maybe it has already turned, but there's something that's coming because of the things that didn't. And this, whenever I see the Temple card, I immediately think this is a call to go within to hear. This is a call to go within to hear. And the light field talking about, the ancestor energy a little bit as well. But again, I get that this is more soul family guardians. Like these are lifetimes, and these are lifetimes from the past potentially. Sorry, my hoodie's a little bit ripped. This is like, when you get a comfy hoodie and you throw it on and you're like, I am never leaving you. Like that sounds so creepy, but it's the way that like it's so damn comfortable. So forgive me, there's a little tear in it, but I refuse to throw a perfectly good hoodie for a simple little tear. So there you have it, Virgo. But I think this is really just a call to go within to expand. It's almost like it's counterintuitive because sometimes we think of going within as like a reduction of our consciousness as opposed to an expansion of it. It's almost like we have to duck down to get into the hobbit hole size door. But inside, it's like Doctor Who. It's one of my favorite TV shows. Doctor Who is like, the doctor always says like, oh, it's bigger on the inside, like the TARDIS, right? So it's almost like you're stepping into your inner sanctuary, your inner temple, and you're like, shit, this is bigger on the inside. And you're realizing something by going within and getting really quiet. So Spirit, what messages can you tell me or confirm for me about the temple here? Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles. You have to give yourself more credit, Virgo. I'm hearing. You have to give yourself more credit. You have to give yourself a little more credit. Queen of Swords. There's also things that so I think that going within is going to be really important to you because something's evening out here. But I think you really have to get past these worries and anchoring in the present moment through things like meditation and your breath and using that to really ground and transmute any worry energies. Really super important for you right now, Virgo, because there is communication happening. Like this is the give and take of Pentacles. But if we do like the 3D and 5D view of this reading, this is also messages. These are messages of what's most important to you coming from your 5D higher self being given to you, right? This is like, this is big. And then I think like this is the integration of clarity that comes from your 5D and 3D selves. So this is like the integration, the union energy of clarity that allows you to see very clearly internally and externally. So there's something about going within, Virgo. This is very loud. Going within can just be, it can be napping, honestly. Like it can be like napping. I recommend meditation more because it trains your mind to rely less on unconsciousness to find peace. But sometimes people just need naps. Sometimes you just need a rest, and you have to commit to giving yourself that rest. Because it affects not only your manifestations, but it also affects how you handle bumps in the road. I'm feeling like a 6 energy, like a 6 of Cups or something along those lines. 3 of Swords. So this, I was saying 6 of Cups just because of the lifetime thing, like past lives and connecting to soul family in the 5D. There's something happening 5D wise that's playing out in parallel to this that's happening in 3D. But in terms of 3D, I feel like there's There's a definite heartbreak here, but I feel like this is more like temporary disappointment. But it's like you're hanging on and you won't pull the swords out. Like you won't pull the swords out. I'm getting like you're just letting it fester. And I think that the clarity that you're getting is how to not let it fester. And I think once that happens, yeah, there's Knight of Wands on the bottom. This is like forward movement for you. Don't become a Knight of Wands, but understand that this is like forward movement for you. Knight of Wands is like player energy. So, if you want to, if you're like consenting adults and that's what you so desire and that's the energy you're okay with being in, then have at it, my friends. This is a sex positive space. So I'm not here to judge you. Just don't hurt people. like, woo. So Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, clarity that we're getting about heartbreak as well. I think that this is helping you to place it in a position that allows you to thrive and that allows you to feel successful, and that gives you the ability to feel a sense of victory and success. The light field, Knight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. There's a way that you have to really, so this is like, I feel like this is the knowledge and the unseen things that are being offered to you through this light field, through this awareness, through this connection that you're getting when you go within. And I feel like they are heartfelt from the field, like from ancestors, from guides, from guardian angels, from higher knowing. Even beings that we don't have names for yet, right? Like that's this energy. There's something about it that is heartfelt for you specifically, Virgo. These messages are coming for you specifically, for your life, for where you are in that knowing and in that place. And even if you only connect through, like if even if meditation and the extent of it that you do is just like taking a breather on a lunch break, that can be enough. If you are hoping for it to be, and if you want it to be, if you are feeling connected to spirit in that way, sometimes that's all you need if it's that kind of day, right? But then we have this Two of Pentacles, so there's like a balance, like there's something you're unsure of. There's an uncertainty. Maybe looking at what you're neglecting. Like that's the message that's coming in here. Like look at what you're not seeing because you're uncertain. There's like an imbalance. But then there's a rebalancing. The star is here as well. So this is Aquarian 11th house energy. So I'm getting almost that there's like, you really have to, it's almost like befriending your fear monster. Thank you. No, this is befriending your concerns and like really seeing them through the eyes of spirit and through the eyes of your heart center, as opposed to letting the worries run away with you, as opposed to letting the worries like, just, take off, right? The standing on solid ground, but like, it's almost like the waves in the background reflect the sense of dis-ease and the sense of disconnect and uncertainty within. So the ships can't really sail. It's not smooth sailing. It looks Two of Pentacles looks innocuous, right? But it's definitely not creating a smooth sailing environment. It's not creating a smooth sailing place in which you can thrive. So I think that what you need to do right now is to go within. North Star. I'm hearing North Star. Could be North Node related. Mm-hmm. Could be North Node related. I'm just getting that like you can't, like I'm not getting specific messages off of this because what I'm getting right now, that sigh was just me hearing like they have to go within. So you have to go within to understand not just the specifics of this message, Virgo, but understanding how it is that this relates to your path and whether it's related to something you're here to do or an experience you had. There's something about that's important because the guide that you're connecting with could very well be one that's on your spiritual path. And that's what you need to do, is to go within to hear and understand. Spirit, can I get some clarifying messages here on the star, please? Your friends are here to help you as well. I mean, the 11th house energy of Aquarius, I just heard that as well on the star. Page of Wands, yeah. It's not, and there's the Six of Cups, of course. I feel like this isn't going to be a huge epiphany that's like life-changing that you could write about in a book later. I think this is going to be just a small synchronicity, small aha moment. It's like this initiation, not a baptism, just an initiation, very small. There's a difference. They're both a form of initiation. Initiation and baptism are kind of the same thing. But I'm getting that this is like a very tempered and soft initiation onto a path, into a field, into the field. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. But I feel like there's something that you have to understand that through either present life experience or past life, there's something that you have it's like you get so close to and you turn towards the field, then you turn away. You get so close and you turn to, and then you turn away. Like, I understand, like, there's an intimidating feeling when you start to approach places like the Akashic Records or things like that, unconscious field like that is intimidating. But there's a reverence that you can lend to it, and the wisdom that will meet you, Virgo, is so profound. So if this is a place that you're in where you're feeling like this, I can guarantee you that as nerve-wracking as it might be, the only thing that you're going to be made more aware of is your own wisdom and your own power. And personal power, not power over others, power with, right? Empowered. That's how you're going to feel after this, as opposed to feeling, I don't know, it's, when's the last time you felt led? When's the last time you felt led somewhere or by something? Yeah. I think that this is really, it's about shifting gears a little bit. For you, Virgo, shifting gears a little bit and finding a sense of inspiration with where you are right now. But again, so if we were to do a 5D take and pull back, that's the 3D take. So the 5D take would be that there's something happening in the field here where there's a past life communication taking place with your soul family guardian, who's going to be giving you messages that are going to leave you feeling a little bit undecided about what to do next in terms of 3D. But there's a way that this is speaking to you that is ultimately inspiring you, and you will know what path to take. You will understand what path to take. The Page of Wands can be creative potential. It can be that excitement about a blank slate. But this can also be restless creative energy that has nowhere to go. So this may be about enjoying the waiting process, right? This is also nostalgia in addition to past life. So the 5D take could be that you will experience energetic shifts that make you feel really restless, Virgo. You'll feel really restless and like you have so much energy that it's just so infectious, but it has no place to go, because the path hasn't come about yet. I've experienced that as well. So I think this is, for you, Virgo, this is really a message very loud and clear to go within. You have to go within. You must go within right now, because there's messages that you're not hearing. I mean, and again, like going within, what does that mean? For me, it's about meditating, but it's also about getting very quiet, and being very cognizant of the noise that I have in my life. Noise in terms of things I have to do that I don't really need to do. So busy work, busy-minded thoughts, right? We're going through A Course in Miracles in our daily lessons, and one of them this week, we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about preoccupied thoughts, like busy-minded. Are we actually thinking, or are we just being preoccupied with what's running through our head? So Virgo, I think this is an important message to discern the differences here. So I'm going to pull from the chakra deck here to illuminate the last part of this reading for you. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo? Truth. Harmony. Okay. Oh, okay. I heard forgiveness on this one. Interesting. I was going to put it with the temple because my initial reaction was, well, that makes sense. And that's funny. It's not what makes sense. It's about what is moved in you. So truth. So we're starting with truth. And I think this is you speaking the truth to yourself about situations that weren't necessarily working, that felt really heavy, that left you. You were like, okay, well, I'm okay. Like, come on. Okay, so truth. It is safe for me to align with and express my higher truth, wisdom, and knowing. I allow others to hold a different perspective to me and know that there is enough space in the universe for all of our truths, including my own. I am honest with myself and hear the resonance of truth in my words. I express my truth. I think this is just about being honest with yourself, less so than 3535 was on the time. Sorry. This is about being honest with yourself and understanding what you want and what you need, and then finding ways to speak that out into the world, Virgo. And sometimes it can be as simple as just feeling comfortable with how you feel about a particular subject or topic. So then harmony. I got forgiveness on this. Very interesting. So harmony, my mind, body, and spirit work in harmony with each other, aligned with both my will and the divine will. I have balance in my life with room for both pleasure and purpose. My giving and receiving of love and abundance are in perfect balance. I am balanced. So this is, I think, a bit of a call to turn towards some forgiveness practices. John DeMartini has a great book. I'll put it in the comments below. That has a process that I've used so many times. I had to get rid of the book because I cracked the spine. And once you do that, if you are a book lover as I am, you will find and know that that is like the death knell for a book. And it's just an eventual, it's a matter of time before the whole thing falls apart, which it did. But I think it's Count Your Blessings, I think it's called. I'll put it in the description below nonetheless. But it's very, very good. It's a very excellent process, because what we're doing is we're in that book. What he does is he encourages you to see yourself and the behavior that you found distasteful or upsetting about in others, to look within yourself and to see the times that you did that, and then to have forgiveness for yourself first for the times that you were that thing that you are condemning in another person. And then it kind of twists it on its head a little bit and turns it back towards you and allows you to let in the love that was shared or experienced, as opposed to just focusing solely on the negative stuff. So it's a very good process and book. Spirit, can I get some messages for my wonderful Virgo for creative forecast variance? I almost get that this is like, wow. Okay, so I got this like line of energy going, and then just this like twist and turn, and then blah, 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 and then it goes, it's back like this. So it's almost like there's like a shift in the field. I'm hearing there's like a shift in the field. I'm hearing 12th chakra. So maybe there's something about the 12th that you're connecting to through this. You're connecting to these messages. There's a way that it's coming to you. That this field, this field. So it's almost like this field is connected to your higher chakras, for sure. I ended up getting a concussion in January, and I feel like that's what opened mine up. I would recommend far less painful ways of that happening. But when this does happen, it can feel like it just, you start to connect differently to things. And you're more aware of energy and flow, and you can feel things as they enter your outer energy fields differently. It's just a flow of energy ultimately, but it's hard to explain. But Virgo, excuse me, 12th chakra may be of significance to you right now. You are the universe. Yeah. I think this is about remembering some kind of angelic origin, or this is more North Star, North Node. This could be a purpose and path, spiritual path, or something that you're remembering that you came here to do. Like, we all come here for a purpose, right? I strongly believe that. And it's not that we have to be in that purpose. I'm not talking about like toxic productivity and toxic stuff where we're like, oh, I have to do this. I have to be this. I have to go, 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 go. That's very 3D mentality. What I'm talking about here is like, when you look back on your life, what are you going to be most proud that you gave to the world? That kind of energy. And it's not that you have to like live in a way that's like that every day. But I know that when I look back on my life, I would like to know that I left some kind of positive impact and a legacy behind. I don't have children. And it's not that you can't, like, it, you know, I don't know. Anyways, what I'm saying with this is, when I say that I don't have kids, but I'm not in a relationship either. So I don't there's no children there. I've dated people with kids before. So it's like, there's an uncertainty, right? So there's an aspect of that for me where I can't be like, I don't have kids and I don't know. But this is you are the universe. And I think this is like legacy left behind. And a lot of people have children and they find that there's a legacy for the world left in those children, right? And this is almost like you remembering that you were a legacy that someone else left behind too. And that's really beautiful energy, Virgo. Like, really let that in. You came here not just for a specific purpose, but you came here and you're here as the extension of someone else's legacy from spirit, right? Remember that. So, Virgo, that's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to pull from the Miracles Now deck to close out the reading for you, Virgo. Ooh. Spirit, what messages do you have for my wonderful Virgos? Team Virgo for May. True abundance is an inside job. I show up for myself in the world. I think this is about saving yourself and ceasing to look for things outside of you to save you, Virgo. I know when I was in my 20s, I did this a lot. Like, there was a lot of conflict that I came from at home. And until I really started to sink into and deal with all of that in my 20s, and I don't know that I say that because my 20s were a time of deep work, like a lot of hard work on self to process things and to become different from the, chaos that I experienced at home. And what I found in my 20s is that I was constantly looking outside of myself for peace because I didn't know how to cultivate it within, because it was like a threat if I did, right? And this is like, again, lessons from your 20s. But the reason why I can say this with so much confidence is like, no one's going to save you. You have to show up for yourself. And when you do that, the world is better for it. Even if it just means taking care of something for yourself instead of waiting for someone else to do it for you, right? Sometimes that simple act fills up your cup in a way that makes you shine in a way that benefits other people in ways that you have no idea. It's the butterfly effect, right? And then true abundance is an inside job. So this to me is about like, we're not looking outside of ourselves for validation, for confirmation, for abundance anymore. That's something that's coming from within us out. So Virgo, this is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. I would love to hear your feedback and to find out how this resonated and was relevant to you. So on this note, there are other ways you can connect with me, but if this is where we leave it for now, Virgo, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful month ahead, and that wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum, morning, evening, or afternoon, I hope that it finds you very well and surrounded by so much love. All right. Take care, my darlings.